Hey guys, Level Cap here. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite and potentially one of the best loadouts you can run with in Titanfall 2. This is a combination of amazing weapon, pilot tactical ability, boost, and kits to help you achieve the optimal killing potential. Now in this particular video, we are playing pilot versus pilot, so I'm only going to be killing other pilots, no Titans in this mode, but it can be modified to serve a Titan mode as well. At the bottom of the screen, my user interface on the left will indicate the abilities I'm using. I'll explain them to you now. On the left, we have Cloak, which I am activating, and that allows me to move from area to area without being seen, or making it very hard for the enemy to see me. It's a good way to cross open distances or just purely engage in combat, as it's always going to throw your opponent off. Once Cloak runs out, it recharges relatively fast, and we find a few AFK guys here in spawns. I know they were just picking their loadouts, but if I don't kill them and then run away, they're going to shoot me in the back. As you can see, my Cloak is almost already fully charged, and if I wanted, I could actually boost that with a battery to make it recharge even faster every time I use it. To the right of the Cloak ability, you'll see my grenade, which is the Gravity Star. You throw this out kind of like a ninja star. Whatever surface it hits, it detonates and creates a gravity well, sucking both pilots and projectiles into it. This can be a great way to sort of keep somebody in one place, keep them from running through a doorway. After it goes off, it'll actually detonate, blowing pilots out of it. And it is just a really fun grenade to use. I like that it goes off instantaneously, which to me makes it more valuable than a straight up frag grenade. To the right of the grenade, you'll see my little weapon icon, and that is the alternator. This is a tiny little SMG. It doesn't have a huge magazine capacity. In fact, I'm running with extended mags on it right now, giving me 25 shots total. It does very good damage. Slightly slower rate of fire, but it's 3 shots to kill anybody in close quarters. I'm not really sure what the time to kill at further ranges is, but it's incredibly fast. In fact, 2 body shots in close quarter seems to do about 90% of your opponent's damage, so if they're even hurt slightly, it's only going to be a 2-shot kill. Now when we combo all this together with the boost card, which is amped weapons, this gun becomes a 2-shot guaranteed kill in close quarters, and this makes it incredibly powerful. Now, if you're a decent player and you take advantage of your Cloak, you can usually stay alive long enough to get your boost up pretty quickly. I mean, you're going to get your boost no matter what, as it's just a standard progression system. As you can see on the far left side of the screen, I have my little boost ring there. It tells me what percentage I am towards getting amped weapons. Once you get amped weapons, you can go on crazy kill streaks with this, as the 2-shot kill just becomes insane with this gun. You can go through so many bad guys at a time. And that's what you're seeing here. I've just activated it, and my shots have little sort of electric charges coming off of it, and everybody I hit is just going to go down in seconds. Somebody's pulse blade has identified a nearby threat, and I preemptively throw a Gravity Star, which actually happens to catch somebody in it. Now the main reason why this kit is so effective is the weapon itself. The weapon is incredibly good in close range. It's easy to use, quick to kill your enemies, and can take down multiple opponents with one magazine. The Cloak complements it nicely, as you can get in very close to your opponent. There's a lot of cards and other abilities that can allow you to sort of get close to your opponents, and if you prefer other ones, you can use those as well. I just really love this little alternator SMG for CQB combat. It is intense. Now in the tech test, we really only had 2 little SMGs to work with. I am told that there's going to be a lot more weapons in the final game, so this may not be the ultimate weapon once all the guns are revealed, but it's incredibly good right now, and so there's no reason to believe that it won't still be incredibly good in the final game, as you can see how quickly I am able to kill people with it. Also, the hipfire is incredibly effective. I didn't really feel the need to aim down sights too frequently with this weapon, and the speed of Titanfall generally rewards the player who can remain nimble on their feet, dodging shots, as it only takes a few hits to take you down in this game. If you can dodge those hits, then you'll be up just long enough to take out your opponent. Now we also have kit modifiers for this class. In fact, I think I'd actually change up at least one of the modifiers. So for kit 1, right now I have fast regen, which is okay. It just makes it so that your health recharges a lot faster after you take damage. However, the time to kill in this game is so fast that often when you start taking damage, you usually die shortly thereafter, or you can get away if you survive that fight, so it shouldn't be too hard. I found fast regen to be decent, but not the best. In fact, if I was going to swap that out, I would probably swap it for Power Cell, which allows my tactical ability, Cloak in this case, to recharge a lot faster, and being able to activate my Cloak even quicker would allow me to stay alive for longer periods of time. Once you get like the Cloak usage down and you know how to activate it preemptively before combat and just activate it as much as possible, I think it's going to keep you alive a lot more effectively than faster regen. And for kit number 2, I'm using Hover, which out of the 3 that are available, I think is the clear winner. You could try and mix that in with Wall Hang if you want to do some more stealthy, sneaky tactics of luring people to chase you around corners, hanging on the wall, and then shooting them. But also hovering in midair is still very effective. You can't hover all day. In fact, it's just for like a couple seconds or two, but it can be really fun and useful, especially when jumping across gaps or something like that and somebody thinks that they've caught you in the middle of a jump. Nope, you can right click, aim directly at them, and take them out. In fact, it'll probably throw their aim off a little bit if you're in full momentum and you come to a complete stop. It might give you the split second that you need to take them out before they take you out. Now, just because this kit is really good against killing other pilots doesn't mean it's not also very good in game modes with Titans. In fact, if I was going to modify this kit a little bit, I would just give it a decent Titan sidearm and you'd pretty much be good to go. Obviously, you want to get kills, you want to get points, you want to play the objective, whatever that objective might be, in order to get your Titan as soon as possible. Now, the obvious weaknesses of this kit are its ranged effectiveness. It's actually not too bad in medium range. In fact, I've killed quite a few people at medium range with this kit, but if you're going at further ranges and your opponent's sort of on equal footing with you and they've got like an assault rifle or a longer range rifle, they're going to take you out. This thing just can't hold up at those longer range distances. However, Titanfall 2 is so fast paced and allows you to move around the map quickly, and combining that with stuff like grapple and cloak that allows you to move even faster, or stim to move even faster, there's a lot of close quarter combat and it's really not hard to close the distance. There's a few maps that had more choke pointy layouts that required you to be maybe sneakier or get around the map faster, but I really didn't feel held back, especially when I was using cloak. I could always close the distance and engage my opponent at the distance that I wanted. And that is something that's interesting to think about, because there are a significant amount of weapons in this game that do cater to long range combat. How effective are those going to be in the bigger picture if there's so many tools to close the distance, sneak around, and move incredibly fast? We'll have to wait and see. There was a good variety of maps in the tech test. This map, in fact, is actually geared more towards long range and big open combat, yet this kit was very effective on it. And I have to say, I really do love all of the mid-air combat in this game. Everything's moving so fast, people are wall running and jumping off of surfaces, that a lot of the kills end up happening in mid-air, which just looks badass. I mean, this is like full-on parkour ninja SMG combat. Now, I mentioned earlier how cloak is so effective for getting around the map, being unseen, crossing big open ground, not being seen there. It is very good offensively, but it's also good defensively. And some of the game modes, such as Amped Hardpoint, might require you to play a little bit more defensively, holding down a flag point. And that could be very good for cloak as well. If you hear bad guys coming, or if you have a feeling they're coming, you can activate your cloak, hide in a little corner. It's going to be really hard for them to see you, especially if you pick a dark area or sort of a more complicated area. They might not see the small silhouette of your character, and then you can just waste people who run into a flag. Now, as you can see, our team barely won that round. 100 tickets to 97 tickets. Only 3 points difference there. Now we're in sort of that single elimination phase of the game, and I just sort of leave myself exposed out in the field, get run up on, and killed. So now I'm out while the losing team tries to make it to the dropship, and the winning team tries to hunt them all down before they can do it. I mean, the winning team wins regardless, but I think it kind of calculates how many points you get on the losing team, whether or not you make it to the dropship. So there's some incentive there to try and do that. Ultimately, though, I had a lot of fun with the tech test, and if you're interested in the game, I highly recommend trying it out for yourself. Definitely try out this loadout. loadout, see if you can find something better, as I am all ears. Not a bad score there, 32 kills, 8 deaths, 3 assists, definitely helped my team get the victory. As always guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. This is Level Cap signing off.